Hey, what's going on, guys? Vital Brad here, or now known as Crypto Brad. If you guys have followed my channel before, you know that I often had guests on Damian Questiny, my cousin, and we've spoken about cryptocurrency, politics, time travel, many other very interesting topics. So I wanted to bring him on again as I'm starting to rebuild this new channel, and today we're talking crypto. And in this particular segment, we're talking about NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, which is like digital art. Just one aspect that's evolving and unfolding on the blockchain is digital art. So hope you enjoyed this section. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Also subscribe to Damian down below, and hope you enjoy. Right now, what's happening massively by the NBA is they're creating non-fungible tokens, which are these playing cards, these collectible cards, and there's celebrities coming out with them. There's like Marvel is coming out with them, and they're these limited cards, and there have been people that have bought these little packs of digital cards, and for like $10, and then you turn around and they get a particular limited edition one. This guy sold one for $100,000, and so they've moved these like Pokemon cards, collectible cards, to now the blockchain, to crypto. So I think I'm gonna really try to start collecting me some different cards just to hold, as opposed to just filling my portfolio with crypto coins.
I love what you're talking about here. So what you're describing is, think of it as digital art.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very unique. There's one of a kind. Sometimes there's a series. Sometimes there are only 10 in existence. And what they are is they're encrypted to not be able to be duplicated. And they can be authenticated as well. So it's a trust system. And you can actually purchase these very unique items as works of art. So it's like the younger generation's version
Mm-hmm.
of it. And they can collect these things, like you say, with Pokemon cards and things. And these NFTs will be very, they're very popular because it also decentralizes individual expression and people's own unique nature. And that's one of the things that you and I spoke about before with the time travel game and the different experiments that we were performing,
Mm-hmm.
is finding that uniqueness, finding that, the genuine self. And this is what also brings value to these NFTs. So it's a whole other ecosystem, a whole other currency too, because these things can be traded, because
Mm-hmm.
you also brought up the fact that, they're like trading cards.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is a new concept, a new way of a new economy as well, and brings value and velocity into the arts as well. So so I just wanted to add that little part to it. So these NFTs, I'm a big believer in them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I have noticed that there have been famous people who have produced these, and I heard that one went for like $70,000 here just recently, just one NFT.
Right.
And it just this shows that there's interest.
Mm-hmm.
It shows that there's great value, and also again it brings people to the point where they have they're able to express themselves in an artistic way that they can earn money from that.
Right.
So it's another economy.
Yeah, and the nice thing is anyone can make them. Anyone, there's celebrities coming out, that have their own card. Like, I don't know if you know who Jake Paul is. He's kind of a big TikToker. He created his own NFT, and so his fans, so certain celebrities, their fans can now basically, in a sense, buy a piece of collectible memorabilia for their favorite celebrity. And so I just look at it from a, how do I line my pockets, is being ahead of this curve and getting into these things first as they're really starting to roll out. Last night I just signed up for an early access to the UFC. The UFC is now preparing, they haven't released it yet, to do their NFTs, their blockchain specific. It's going to be up, about the specific fighters, and they're going to be limited edition, and you're going to have your special, extremely limited and rare, UFC cards. And so just by, getting these early, those that come after is just going to help increase the value. Because I believe, from my understanding, just like, let's say Bitcoin, there's 21 million Bitcoin. With these NFTs, they're the same concept of the blockchain. It's just, like you mentioned earlier, there might be limited 10, or there might be a limited, and so there are these specific number of NFTs or coins, but they're just in the form of this art or in the form of this card that drives up its value. Am I understanding it correct?
You are. In fact, I don't know if you recall, but there are I think 2 or 3 years ago, you and I had a conversation about, different people coming up with their own cryptocurrencies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I recall specifically mentioning the Britney Spears coin.
Okay.
Do you remember us talking about
I
that?
think so. Yeah, actually, now it's been a little while, but yeah.
Yeah. So this is something that we were talking about a couple years ago, how these things will start becoming very, very popular. And because people want to participate in their favorite celebrities or heroes or villains,
Mm-hmm.
if you like Loki, whatever the case may be, it's a way for them to participate with their life and their journey as well. And also talked about the world's first time travel game.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And by the way, I recently started posting on my channel again. I don't know if you've noticed, it's been a year,
Oh,
but I recently posted on there saying that the game is over.
really?
Yes. So it's been a year since I posted last, and with the GameStop and with a couple other things that's happened on the Fed level, right?
Oh,
With everything shutting down, this was the end of the game, if you will.
wow.
So now we're into the next experiment, which is called the serendipity experiment, which is the sixth that we're working on. So this new economy is what's coming out of the decentralization of things,
Mm-hmm.
where people find value in fruits and vegetables, for example, or again with their favorite celebrity, and it opens up a brand new form of commerce
Mm-hmm.
and being a merchant. And these things will eventually lead to entrepreneurship,
Mm-hmm.
where people start taking ownership over their own financial freedom, if you will, and start putting into their own local economies things that they find of value, bead making, or or growing. Again, growing fruits and vegetables, stuff like that. So the cryptocurrencies is a way to bring more value to it, because you can limit them, and with that limit, the more people who are interested in a certain thing, the more valuable it becomes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another way of building different ecosystems of economies. And it's a very decentralized system. So all the money's not flowing into one central hub like we have under, like, say, the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Now what's going to happen is it's going to flow into different industries,
Mm-hmm.
where like things like silver will have its own industry, and you can participate within that industry
Right.
if you want, because of your interest, right?
Right.
Or if you like ocean cleanup, for example, or indoor farming, you can join these tribes or collectives, whatever the case may be, for a certain given time. Or if you like boating, whatever it is, you can participate in these systems, and it helps bring awareness, and helps grow, and it helps build a community. And these are the things that come out of this new type of system. The cryptocurrencies promise the ease and the convenience of that, because it's a trustless system. There's no human being
Right.
manipulating it. It's just the system works because it's a ledger,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on timing, and you can trust that, because when you make a payment for something, when you exchange that, you can with the crypto system, it's on the same time, it's on the same ledger, so there's no corruption
Mm-hmm.
in that transaction.
Right.
And that's really where the value and my belief system is within the crypto system. So you're seeing things like Bitcoin, which, by the way, I like your cup behind your shoulder there.
Yeah.
It's great. So you're seeing things like Bitcoin gaining more and more value for people, because it's limited, because it's a system that works. We just recently had the Fed thing go down, right? And because of that, look how many more people who are now interested in the crypto systems, because within financial systems, there's like sharks and wolves that are always around.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's a vulnerability, they said like there's a vulnerability, and they can exploit that. And so now people are scratching their head going, okay, what happened here? Because the Goliath, the behemoth, just got struck.
Yeah.
But yet Bitcoin's still riding strong, for example. I'm just using it as a
Yeah.
contrast here to share how psychologically you can see these systems becoming more and more valuable as time goes on.
Right.
It doesn't mean there's going to be corrections and crashes and things like that. I'm not saying that. I'm not a financial advisor, the blah, blah, blah
Yep.
crap that we have to say.
Yep.
But I'm just sharing with you that these are the things that we like to look at as crypto. If people who are into that or are interested in that, we look at these and we can make judgment calls on saying, well, that's interesting that happened right now. And under the circumstances, and because with coincidences, that's what we're doing here. We're connecting it, and that's part of the time travel game, just to bring that full circle
Yeah.
about what comes next. Anyway, I'll stop there, but there's a
No.
lot of information.
Yeah, no, and with the whole world, I mean, in the condition that it's in, we've been talking about this on my channel and in our conversations for everything that's going on right now, this global reset